Hello, I'm Dr. Barry Pecos, York Region's Medical Officer of Health. As you know, COVID-19 cases have again dramatically increased over the last week, hitting 10,000 cases in Ontario this past Friday, just as predicted several weeks ago by modelers. While this is cause for concern, it is not cause for panic. Hospitalizations and ICU visits have remained stable, and we continue to work towards keeping those critical numbers down in order to preserve the capacity of our healthcare system. I want to thank you for celebrating safely this holiday season, this past weekend, and into this coming week. We know it has not been easy, but please continue to be vigilant over the next week and limit your gatherings as much as you can. Make sure that anyone you're gathering with is symptom-free and is vaccinated, including eligible children. A potential return to in-person learning is only a week away, so it has never been more important for your children to be vaccinated. This week is your chance to join almost half of York Region's children age 5 to 11 in being vaccinated with their first dose. Walk in or make an appointment to take advantage of this opportunity while the kids are still off school. Still on the vaccine front, we have made great progress in rolling out our booster doses. As of December 26th, over 54% of the 70+ population and 36% of our 50+ population have received their COVID-19 booster dose. Through our York Region public health clinics, we continue to prioritize those 50+ for their booster doses, as these groups are more likely to experience severe illness and hospitalization. We're very thankful for our local municipalities who've stepped up and helped us scale up our efforts by reopening 2 mass vaccination clinics at the Richmond Green Sports Centre in the City of Richmond Hill and the Anine Community Centre in the City of Markham. We know residents are anxious to book their appointments, and we're looking forward to being able to provide booster doses to even more York Region residents this week and next. Beginning January 2nd, the hours at our static and mass vaccination clinics will be expanded to operate from 9:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Residents are encouraged to continue to visit york.ca/COVID-19 vaccine as new appointments are released regularly. Approximately 4,500 appointments are released every day and are available for booking. Residents can also call Access York at 1-877-464-9675 for assistance with booking. Those who are unvaccinated, who unfortunately number over 120,000 in York Region, are at the greatest risk of severe illness, hospitalization, and death. If for any reason you have yet to receive your first or second dose, please do so immediately. With Omicron likely to infect so many Ontarians, there has never been a more important time. Booster doses will continue to expand to age 18+ in York Region once we're able to meet the demand among the more vulnerable 50+ population. Those who are at lower risk and are age 18 to 49 can book their COVID-19 booster doses at participating York Region pharmacies, primary care offices, and other clinics through the provincial vaccination portal. Testing has been a challenge for all residents of Ontario this past week as case numbers have dramatically increased. Testing is done through assessment centres and provincial labs. It is not something done through local public health, but we eagerly await new provincial guidance to help resolve some of these testing issues, and will communicate with you immediately when this guidance is available. For now, even if you're not able to get a test, if you have a fever, cough, shortness of breath, or decrease of smell or taste, you may have COVID. You must self-isolate immediately for 10 days from the time that you started having these symptoms. All of your household contacts must also self-isolate for 10 days since their last exposure to you, regardless of their vaccination status. If you've tested positive for a rapid antigen test or the PCR test, the guidance is now the same. You must now self-isolate for 10 days from the time you started having symptoms or when you tested positive if you never had symptoms. Your household contacts must also self-isolate for the same length of time that you do, regardless of their vaccination status. With a significant increase in cases locally and provincially, York Region Public Health may no longer be able to notify contacts in a time frame that makes sense to prevent transmission. So it is up to each one of us to do this very important work of contact notification. If you have symptoms or test positive, let your workplace know. Make a list of your close contacts that were around you in the 48 hours before you started experiencing symptoms or before you tested positive and notify them. These close contacts who do not live with you only need to self-isolate if they are unvaccinated. Those who are fully vaccinated should monitor for symptoms and only isolate if these symptoms develop. This is a change from the previous guidance. Public Health is still working hard on case and contact management in high-risk settings. If you live, work, or attend any settings where COVID-19 can spread easily or is among a vulnerable population, such as in a group home, a healthcare facility, or an Indigenous community, you may be contacted by Public Health to collect details on your close contacts, and you may be asked to notify these contacts of their exposure. We're asking you for your cooperation and support to help prevent the further spread of the Omicron variant. As a reminder, the further restrictions announced by the province are now in full effect. All residents are urged to adhere to gathering limits of no more than 10 people indoors and 25 outdoors. The Omicron variant has changed the way we and you need to respond to this new stage of the pandemic. Guidance is changing rapidly based on the evidence, and we understand how challenging it can be to keep up. We will continue to do our best to keep York Region residents informed and safe. Continue to wear masks, stay at home if you're feeling any symptoms, and get vaccinated or receive a booster dose as soon as you're eligible. With everyone's adherence to these measures, we can potentially avoid the need for further restrictions, and we look forward to once again safely resuming many of the activities that are so critically important for our physical, mental, and social well-being.